So, Aaron, when people get divorced, let's say you have a situation where you have two people, they're getting a divorce, they don't have any kids, they both work, they've got a house, they've got some assets, maybe they've been together for a few years, but they decide that they just can't live together anymore, and they want to go about trying to have some sort of an amicable resolution, you know, kind of a, well, let's see what we can do. What sort of, and I know you're in the business of representing people, but if somebody, if you got some people that want to try to work it out, what are some kind of guidelines that they would expect? If they end up getting a lawyer, what would they be expecting in terms of division of assets and marital property and things like that? I mean, people that want to do it themselves or say, look, I don't want to hurt you, you don't want to hurt me. What could they expect if they went into a courtroom with a lawyer in terms of dividing things up?
Sure. In the state of Florida, we have what's called equitable distribution, and that's the division of assets. What are we going to do with the stuff that's been acquired during the marriage? It's also where we determine what's premarital or non-marital property. And what you can expect is you're going to be asked to do discovery, and that's where we try and figure out what's the snapshot of your financial situation, what all assets, again, do you have, what was premarital, what's non-marital, and that's and it's gathering all kinds of different documents, and it's a lot. I'll be honest, it is a lot. A lot of people don't like to do it, but it is necessary in order to really determine what you have a right to and how your property should be divided. We want to make the judge's decision easy. If we go ahead and do all the discovery and we figure out that you can actually reach a settlement agreement, then that's what we want to do. We want to help people resolve what to do with their assets. But it is called equitable distribution, and typically what we'll do is we'll put it into a chart once we've determined what the value is for each of the items in the marriage or non-marital, and then who's getting what percentage, and then sometimes you actually have to pay like a lump sum settlement to the other spouse because you got too much share of one thing. But equitable distribution, we typically say what is fair, and that's what we want to do, determine what is fair when we're dividing up the marital assets.
When you talk about marital assets and premarital assets, is there some sort of a presumption if something is acquired during the marriage, whether it be a home or a car, or even like a retirement account, say, for example, is there some presumption that if it is acquired during the marriage that it's presumed to be marital property?
Great question. And a lot of people get this confused and they think, well, I bought it before the marriage, it's mine, it's not marital. But then you have to be careful. Did you commingle your marital assets into your non-marital asset? And that's where people get very upset and confused in the process. If you have a non-marital bank account, but you put your paycheck in it during the entire marriage, those funds are going to be considered commingled, and then the argument is up for grabs that it is now a marital asset. So that's why we go through that discovery process. Is it clear, or can we distinguish what is, what isn't, what was contributed to a non-marital resident? Did you pay down the mortgage? Did you pay the insurance associated with the home? So that's the purpose of discovery. But yes, you want to make sure you're not commingling those assets, and there is a distinct line between marital and non-marital assets.